Charles, National Council for Older Persons. We're talking about UHC. One of the problems that our elderly folks are facing is lack of medication. How do, when UHC come into fruition, how are they going to take care of that particular issue?
Only a few medications are on a formulary. Formulary means that the country or the pharmacy or the doctors have agreed on this particular line of drugs to cover your disease. Now, for high blood pressure, for example, there are hundreds of medications we use. Some are more expensive than others. Some are more effective than others. Some would work for people with heart disease. Some would work for people with cancer. Some would work for different situations. So one of the things that we don't have in this country is a way to figure out what medications different people need and what quantity. We need a system to be able, based on the data we collect on people, the data we collect on the different diseases people have, to come up with a way of saying, if I have a heart problem, how much cardiozyme I need, which is a drug we use for heart problems and could also help with blood pressure, right? How much of that do we need? So oftentimes, if the doctor say you have a heart problem and you have high blood pressure, we need to create a formulary that says we have 10,000 people in the country with heart disease and blood pressure. So we're gonna choose to bring this medication in and buy it in a bulk for the whole country. But instead, you have one doctor prescribing one drug over here, the other one prescribing the other drug over here, all good for the patient. But this doctor only have 3 patients taking. So if the pharmacy has to go out and buy only for those 3 patients, the cost is going to be high. This doctor has 20 patients over here, right? The cost is going to be a little bit better because that's 20 people. But imagine if we have the whole country with everybody with heart disease and we go and buy from 1 or 2 places where we could purchase it at a lower price, we're going to be able to get the medication to you at a lower cost. What does it take to do that? Have a system that collects information on everybody in the country. We look at that system and we're able to say how much we need. It gives us buying and negotiating power. One simple solution will solve that problem, and it'll make that drug that you need available to you. But it requires us to have the discipline to put a system in place to collect the right information. Where there is no knowledge, the people fail. I see we have some religious people. Yeah, I ain't preaching now, but that's the truth. That is one of the problems that we have here in this country. To fix this, we have to create a formulary committee where you have smart people that understand what I'm talking about, that work on your behalf as a consumer to put the right system in place. It looks simple when you say, oh my Lord, I cannot get the medication I need, but there is a process.